So today the topic is you are in the universe. So you are in the universe. It resides in you, not outside of yourself. But nothing resides outside of yourself. It's important to know internally that because you're asking for a whole lot of misguidance. So it should never ever be put outside of yourself. Too many people are giving away their power and falling for the lie. Simple as that. You're just falling for the lie. So we have been brainwashed into believing all of this. All right. First of all, and it's in your script, or it's in your schools, or it's on the news, or it's everywhere. They make you believe one set of rules, their way or the highway, which is the matrix, you know. So just like even space, it's a lie. They found a way to fool everybody, and it's all void outside of yourself. Void, space, nothingness. It doesn't exist. It's just void. It's just a big black dark hole outside of your subconscious mind. And they use that against you to make you believe, oh, the colors, ooh, there's this, and that. Not so. You are hemorrhaging your power outside of yourself if you're giving it out there to anything. Anything. All right? You are hemorrhaging precious energy into the void or the matrix, aka the matrix. So it's like the movie Apollo 13. There was the scene where their oxygen tank blew up, right? And it was venting into space. Space. The black void. Nothing out there. And it's kind of similar. They were losing their oxygen, their energy, their power in the spacecraft. Well, it's the same principle. You are hemorrhaging your energy out your spacecraft, which is this avatar, when you do that. It's imperative to know that everything is in your subconscious mind. All right. So another example would be if I look through a telescope. I mentioned it before, I believe. And I see what I see. Then the next can come and look and see what they see. And then the next, and then the next, and the next. And then if you start to write down what everybody saw, I promise you it'll be different. How's that possible? Because each soul has his or her own game to play. So their vision is going to be solely based on what they chose to do here. Yes, we're a collective soul here, but it's a lone journey, a lone soul journey. You are on your own for your own journey, excuse me. Nobody's responsible for yours. Nobody can fix your journey. Nobody can tell you how to run your journey. It's yours and yours alone. All right. So it's individually, it's going to be a whole different outcome from the next soul. Totally different. You could be playing side by side. Consciously, you're playing together. But I promise you, each and every source player or soul is going to be different. All right. So, like I said, with the spaceship hemorrhaging outside of its shit, it's lost. You can't retrieve that. You can if you're at that frequency to do so. So be very, very careful putting it outside, because you are the universe. It resides all within you. All right. Consider like your subconscious mind is the movie, which it is. All right. Then you have yourself within you guiding you through this game. You can also call it your inner child. Now, what happens if you ignore your inner child or self throughout your whole entire game here? Right? It's all subconsciously playing out while you're sleeping in your nice cozy pod in another realm. If you ignore it, it's going to ignore you. Trust me. It's going to ignore you because it thinks you don't care about it. It thinks you neglected it. You didn't treat it right like an inner child. You don't neglect an inner child or a baby or anything. You don't neglect it, because it will turn on you in a way where it ignores you until you're ready to grow up, mature, and start recognizing that it's there. It's that simple. Without it, you got no guidance system. If you want to use space terminology, you got no guidance. You're going in blind. You'll start making the wrong choices in life. You'll start not appreciating life for what it is, your creation. Because subconsciously, this is your creation. You're dreaming this. I know people just can't handle that part. I know, it's like, how sci-fi is this? But really, when you think about it and you're at a certain level, it makes perfect sense. Perfect sense. So it's imperative to know thyself. Know thyself. AKA self, AKA inner child. You can call it what you want, but it's self. Not higher self. I know everybody likes to use it. I get why they're saying it, but I mentioned before, self is within you all along. So if you're at this level, how are you going to be worrying about higher self information when you're barely making through this realm with self now? How's that possible? You're not even trying to recognize self here, or your inner child. I use self, myself, but how are you going to get higher information if you're not even of that frequency to begin with? You're going to get false information because you're not at that point where you're able to receive it anyway. So who's answering you? Maybe the Matrix, maybe entities. It's imperative that you know the difference. All right? Big, huge difference. Right here, right now, you have self running with you all along till the end. Self always pushes and pushes and nudges you to go the path that you should be on. And if you completely ignore those nudges and pushes, well, guess what? Guess what shuts down in you? Your inner guidance. Your GPS system, if you want to call it that, if you want to take the space analogy. You got no guidance system. None. So know thyself, find thyself and start living a life that's on the right path. Because too much information's put out there that are false. That it's a vast universe out there. Vast. It's all within you. All within you. So praying outside of yourself, big mistake. And what are you praying to? That's the question. So when you're asking outside of yourself, you're asking something outside of yourself to be a concierge to you. So it's like I ask, you fetch. That's not how it works. You don't have a concierge out there just giving you things that you want. You know, praying for money or asking the universe to find you a way to buy an expensive car or an expensive house. It doesn't work that way. It's not a concierge. Your self is there to do the job it was designed to do, and that's to guide you to the end of this whole thing and the truth. The truth shall set you free. Saint, ring a bell. Now this is a serious topic because people got to realize, don't give away your power. Don't let the ship bleed of your energy into the black void. It makes no sense whatsoever to do so. The YouTube is loaded with videos on all this stuff. And every version is different from everybody. Including this. It'll be different for you. You'll be like, okay, but somebody else said, you know, this is the problem. There's too many of the same topics and all have different opinions. The question is, which one is the right one? Well, I'm not going to sit there and say mine's the right one, but I will tell you this, that self, know thyself, your inner child, will never, ever, ever, ever steer you wrong in this game. Never. So you do what you want with that, but I'm telling you, stop giving what little energy you have today because you need it. You need every single drop of energy in your battery pack. You are a battery mechanism in your avatar subconsciously. It's all subconscious, but you're much more than that. You're much grander than that. You're grander than all of it out there. Your source. Some call it God, some call it the Godhead, some call it the hive, mind hive. I don't care what you call it, but you should find out more to what it really is. If you're using the God consciousness as a man with a white beard, well, you're steering yourself down the wrong path. You're giving away your energy to the matrix. For sure. You're giving it away. You might as well just sign your paychecks away and say, here's my energy. Take it all now. Because that's what it's going to lead up to anyway. You should stay in the now. First of all. Never go outside of yourself. It'd be like if I had $1 million in my pocket and then I just handed it all out. Okay? My whole life saving out, one shot, here you go. Why would anybody do that? Maybe they got $100 million. Okay, well then give out the $100 million. Now they got nothing. It's not selfishness. You really, really cannot help anybody anyway. If you truly, truly know that, then it's a start. It's imperative to know that you must take care of yourself first. Put the mask on in the plane on you first so you can save your children and whoever after. If you try to start putting the mask on your kids and you got 3 of them and you only get through 1 or 2 of them and you pass out, well, guess what? Put it on yourself, then take care of the children and whoever, grandma, grandpa, it doesn't matter, husband. You got to know that it's not a selfish thing to take care of yourself. You are the power. You are the universe. All right? It all comes from you. The way you think, what you put out. If you put out negativity, you're going to get negativity because that's how the subconscious mind works, aka universe. See, everybody's mistaken the two of them, subconscious and universe. They think they're 2 different things. It resides within you in your subconscious. You are the creator. So why would there be anything outside of yourself? I mentioned it before. Your avatar is the car. It's got the dashboard. It's got all that it needs. All the information is there within. Your gas pedal, your stop pedal, your steering wheel. The gas being your energy for this vehicle, aka avatar. It's all there. Since when do you need to go outside of yourself? You know, people are always grasping for things to make themselves happy with. It starts within you. It's always been in you and always will be in you till the checkout date. You know? It's been there forever. If you played it hundreds of thousands of times, the information has been there. But see, we're still here because we didn't bother to do the work. For some reason, some way, this last time around in this game, I chose to wake up for some reason. That's just a word. What you're actually getting is knowledge. You can't wake up, as I mentioned before. If you wake up right this moment, then you wake up and you're back in source. You bypass your avatar or your physical one, because what they've done to it there, you don't want to know. But this is not the topic on hand. You know, a lot of people just don't want to know. It's all sci-fi. Just like they made you believe, you know, all these rockets going to space and landed on the moon, and people will believe that. They have no problem believing that's true when it's not. It was a lie. Always been a lie. Always will be a lie. And I don't want to start conspiracy things here, because it's just a waste of time for me to do that to source players, or souls, whichever way you want to look at it. Bottom line is a soul. I'm not going to start putting people down the rabbit hole and start chasing the wrong rabbit. But this is the Matrix. There's a lot of lies. A lot of deception. A lot of inner searching to do. But they would rather believe that stuff. Now, take it from me. I used to be fascinated with the space shuttle, and I wanted to be an astronaut and all this when I was young. You know, I wanted to be a pilot for the airline, and I wanted to be so many things. Maybe it's old memories from past lifetimes. I'm not sure. But it doesn't exist. does not exist. You may see satellites, but again, going through the telescope, what I see, you see, are two different things. And two, the script has already been written, so the whole thing from the beginning's been written. So you may see planes flying, you may see satellites up there, you may see whatever you think you see. All right, you think you see, but it's in your own script. Everything's been written by the demiurge the minute you came into this game. The minute you came here. The minute you came here. It was all written out to the end. The only difference was the AI system, quantum AI system, was going to govern. If you went this way, it was going to direct you with new script going this way. If you went this way, it was going to create a new script for that way. If you went in the middle, you know, on and on and on. So it was branching out. This AI technology is the quantum in the matrix is just, nobody can comprehend it. First of all, it's too vast to even comprehend such a thing. But instead of worrying about what is or what isn't, or, you know, just go within. You'll see that the rest will fall, the peelings will fall off the onion. You peel them to the core, which is what you're trying to get at, essentially. The core of Source, where all the power resides, where it's all pure bliss. Just don't give your energy out. Even when you're in an argument, guess what you're giving out? Your power, your energy. You're giving it away by being in that state of mind. When you're angry with somebody, what do you think you're doing? You're giving your power away. And your energy. You're giving your inner power away, but your energy, your battery energy that keeps you here, your soul cage keeps you here, but your power is what determines at the end where it's going to go. I know it's a lot of what? Just go within. Don't go outside of yourself ever. We've established that. But if you want to, just live your life the way you want to anyway, because it's your life, your journey. I can't tell you what to do. I'm just telling you from what I've learned. Inner knowing. Know thyself. Because when you know thyself, it's all going to come opening up. Now, there's many stages that has to be taking place before you can get to that point, but I've mentioned those. Today it's about you are the universe, and you're much more than that, but the universe is in use, pardon me. So it's your choice. I got no stake in this. I told you. I'm just doing it. I enjoy making videos. I like putting out the information. And if anybody wants to hear it, great. If not, that's fine too. No judgment at all. Ever. I can't force the stuff down your throat. Why would I? What good would it do? I'm just putting it out there because I'm not the one clicking on to watch it. Right? You are. Whoever decided to watch it, that's great. I appreciate you. Trust me, I appreciate you. And I appreciate the other people that don't want to believe it either, because it's tough to understand. How could you believe such a thing? All this. But you'll never know that until you do the work. You need to do the work. Bottom line. Nobody's going to do it for you. Nobody can do it for you. Nobody can write your test. Nobody can do it for you. So, you know, going to wishing wells and all this, stop wishing. Create. You have no idea how powerful a soul is. You have no idea how powerful you are. So take that power and start creating your dream life, because it's a dream. I'm not saying go push for $1 million house or cars, or that's not what we're here to do. But if you can achieve that without attachments to it, that's great. But getting off topic there. Just know thyself. Go within, not out. Go within. And see where it gets you. What have you got to lose? So I will leave that there. And we'll catch you on the next video. Stay safe. Be positive. Start creating. Alright. Talk soon.